Hello folks, it's Maritime Crypto. It's Tuesday, January 23rd, 2018, and I'm going to do a video about a new lending platform that showed up on my radar. So I'm going to check it out here on this video. All I've did so far for this platform, Lendera, the only thing I did is I just created an account, and that's all I did. So I'm just going to go through the information here with you right now, and so that way we'll look at it together and see if this is a good opportunity or not to invest in this space. As we know, the lending platforms right now, they are having a bad rap with after what's happened in the past. They don't lend platforms, they do not seem to be doing particularly well. So this one will this one be an exception? I hope so. At least. So let's take a look here. So the name is called Lendera, so lendera.io. So they're currently having they're already at the going to start the round 2, so I missed the first round, and at the time of this video there's still there's a 1 hour to go before they open the sale. So token sale, not too crazy about the colors that they chose for the site. The site looks pretty simple by the looks of it. I mean, really, I don't know if this was just a template that was purchased or not, but yeah, it doesn't look like there was a lot of work put into it. But anyway, so token sale, so 6 million tokens. So that's, I guess, the total that they're gonna have available. Just some words here. There's a graphic. So that's, I guess, okay, so this is the token distribution, how they plan on distribute it. So there you go. So basically they just explain here, promoters pre-sale, so that's 2%. So mini ICO, I guess that's the promoters, so the 2%, so 160,000 coins by the look of it at the 85 cents token. Then the mini ICO, mini ICO, it's right here. Okay, so 100,000 coins at $1.05. ICO round 1, so that's 800,000 coins at 85 cents. Okay, this price doesn't make much sense, but anyway, so that's what they have here. And then okay, so maybe this will be better to understand. So 660,000 tokens, including a bonus. So we don't know what the bonus was. Then we got the mini ICO. Too bad they don't have the dates. Wish they had the dates here. Round 1. So that's, we just skipped it, so we're going to start the round 2. So they're going to have 1 million tokens. Round 3, 1.2 million. Round 4, 1.4, and finally the last round, 1.6 tokens. But they don't give the dates here, so all I know is the so round 2 is about to start in about an hour. Lending platform. So what do we got? Lending Invest. So what they have here, so 40 years. So this looks like a traditional lending platform, nothing unique here. So it starts at $100 up to $1,000 will be their volatility platform, and the payout, the capital return is 260 days. So 260 days is not the shortest term, but it's not the longest, definitely, but it's up there high. It's high as far as length is concerned, 260 days. And look at this, the shortest long day is 135 days. A lot of platforms out there, they usually have like about 3 months, 3-4 months tops. So this one, the lowest is 135 days. But on the other hand, they only go up to 10,000. The tier starts at 10,000, so it's fairly low. And then we got the the additional interest. So again, just a regular traditional platform, so nothing new here. Except for the fact that they only have 4 tiers. Usually the platforms have 5 tiers. Then we got this minimum lending appreciation chart. Now this is different, and it's interesting. Basically, what are you looking at here? So if I understand correctly, these are basically the prices for the lending. So if you want to start the loan, so it looks like they're going to start in April. The price of the token for a loan is $2. So if you want to start a loan, they will pay you $2 for your tokens. And in May they will appreciate, so they will pay 3.13. So in June 4.96, 7 in July, 12 in August, and so on, so on. So in 1 year's time, so in April of 2019, then the price will be $451 per token. So if you want to hold on your tokens until then you can start a loan then. So that's basically how I understand this graphic. That's what it is. Now, I do not know if this will account for the token appreciation. So suppose that in May the price of the token is actually $5. Just an example. Now, will the loan be at $3 or $5 then? I don't see that happening here, explained here anywhere. So far. So let's see if maybe that it's explained in the white paper then, perhaps. But I wish they had put a note here somewhere to explain this, so it's not pretty clear. So how it works, we could have just said that it's a volatility bot that generates the profits, but we all know that a bot is not sufficient enough to generate such a vast amount of returns. So that's quite true. That's true. Yeah, I agree with that. Another thing to consider, trading bot does not win in all trades. That's again a fact, and which is why we are introducing our methods of making profits as follow below. So arbitrage. So arbitrage is basically a system where they trade, so they would be using bots in this case, is they would trade, they'll check the price of the tokens in different exchanges, and basically they would be moving the coins between the exchanges to buy the coin at the lowest price, transfer it to the other exchange that is selling the coin, or buying the coin at a higher price, and then sell it to them at a high and make profit. So that's basically what arbitrage is. So the cryptocurrency market is unique. The centralization, the distribution of its users are attracting many online exchanges. Therefore, all exchanges are trading about 50% similar currencies, but sometimes the price for each pair varies among different exchanges. Thus, we buy through one exchange and sell through another, resulting in sufficient amount of profit on each trade. So that's exactly what I said. So if you have an account on Binance and Bittrex, so they will both trade, suppose a Bitcoin, Ethereum. Now, it might be that it's probably cheaper to buy Ethereum on Bittrex than in Binance. So they go to the Bittrex, they buy Ethereum, transfer it to Binance, and then sell Ethereum to Bitcoin and make the profit there, considering after all the fees involved. So this is it's pretty fancy, it's pretty advanced. So usually you need bots for that, and they can be quite expensive. So they are planning on doing this. Positive manipulation. So does that mean pump and dumps? We are the whale of our coin, because they own most of it, and it's in our best interest to maintain its long-term growth, which is why we will reserve 50% of money raised during the ICO to support our coin when it goes down and slowly exchange it back. So basically, pump and dump that's exactly what it means. So basically, they pump it, so they buy coins, so they buy their coin, and then which causes it to raise the price, because the more it's for sale, then the higher the price is going. And then when it gets to a certain point, then they just sell it all together, and then they raking the profits. So that's how it is. Now this is a little bit concerning, because although it's not illegal yet, it's frowned upon. So and this could cause problems down the road. Because a lot of exchanges, so I don't know if they plan on doing this on external exchanges or if they're only going to do it on their internal exchange. But external exchanges, they frown upon this and cause problems. Basically, I know with Bittrex, if you're caught doing pump and dump, they ban your account. So I don't know how they plan on doing this, but that's what they say here. And price appreciation. The key to making a profit on a lending platform is the exchange price appreciation. So the higher the coin value goes, obviously the more profit you take. So that's basically what it is. They have a referral program. So during the ICO, they have 3 levels. with the first level 5% bonus. So it's not high, it's actually on the low side, 5%. So that's where it is. They do not have a binary system. They have just a regular 6 level tier. So, and in this case, the first one gets 10%. So this is for, you know, when you have a sign up, someone that signs up using your link and they create a loan, only with a loan. And if the person reinvests, then you get an extra 3%. So that's a good return for those people that get a lot of referrals on their account. So they basically, every time, if you sign up under someone, suppose, and you start the loan for, you know, $500, so the person will get, to begin with, 10% bonus on that $500, the loan. And then every day or every time you do reinvestment from your earnings of your $500 and you reinvest those funds, then the person that you sign up for gets an additional 3% of that amount. So this, you know, if someone gets, I don't know, 10, 20, 40, 50, 100 signups, and they all start loans, could be a good, you know, a good, can't think of the word right now, but basically they would be getting money, so they could, it could be a good source of income for them. Then we got the roadmap. So the ICO ends on the 18th of January. All right, but we're the 23rd, so okay, I'm confused here, but anyway, so 25th of February, they plan on launching the lending platform. Local exchange in March. At the 25th of March, coin launch. So they plan on the getting the Block Explorer, Windows Desktop Wallet, and staking. So these two are usually needed to be able to stake your coins. And then in April, so they start their lending appreciation program. So set the minimum price for our coin upon lending. So there you go, a minimum price. So that means, looking at this graph, so this would be the minimum loan. So that kind of confirms that, you know, if in August the price of the coin is $50, so that's what the price for the loan would be, not $12. So this is where it would start at $12. All right. So mining pool, so you can you'll be able to mine. So later in April, website upgrades, mobile wallets, very good. Airdrop, so they plan on doing an airdrop in June. So Lendera dollar airdrop, so $100 LEC for each LEC landed for more than 45 days. So what this means is that so basically what they're telling this is just a way to have people start loans as soon as possible. So 45 days from the 15th of June, so that's probably going to be, so June, May, April. So at the beginning, up until the beginning of April, you have to get a loan started. And so that means you start a loan in the end of March or early April, and then you just on 15th of June they will basically give you they match basically what you put in your loan. So if you put $100 in the loan, they will give you $100 for the loan. Now, is this 100 tokens or in dollars? It looks like it's the now this. So my understanding is, so they will. So if you started a loan for say $100, and you know each token, so when you started the loan was say $2, so that means you wasted 50 tokens, so LEC tokens, so 50. So you use 50 tokens to start your loan in you know, at the beginning of April. So on the 15th of June, they would give you 50 tokens. Is that what I'm not sure, but so it says 100 ELC for each LEC landed. So no, this is not right. So, man, this is confusing. I'm confused here, folks. Really, to be honest. So, $100 ELC for each LEC landed for more than 45 days. So does that mean, so if you have 50 tokens, you know, to get a loan started at $2 there that we saw in the previous graph. So that's 50 tokens. So on the 15, they're going to give you $100 per token. So that would mean, so 50, so that's $500, right? I'm looking at that right? So no, that's not 500. They don't explain this clearly, so this is just thrown in, and now you're kind of trying to guess what exactly this means, unless I'm really obtuse and I'm not really understanding. So that's 5,000, yeah. So that would be $5,000, right? Because if it's $100 per token for 50, that's 5,000. Okay, that's interesting. Advertisement later and hosting an event in Thailand. Interesting. That area of the world as well. For some reason, these events are usually in that side of the world, which is weird. I hope the white paper will have more info about this. And finally, we have your get in touch. We got a Twitter and Telegram links. So that's where it is. So pretty simple. The website is pretty simple, as you can see. Really not much info on that. I mean, they don't really explain much. They don't really say much. I don't know. So far, that's all the information we have. Now, I'm just going to bring up the white paper and take a look. Maybe there will be more info here. So I'm just going to go through and take a look at the most important points. Right now, I'm not going to read it all. So I invite you to read it. Are we a scam? No, we're not. That's a good question. Before investing in new ICO, plain and simple, is in the team's best interest, since LEC tokens will consistently appreciate over time. It's weird to have this in a white paper, so I don't know. The white paper, that's not where I would like to see this kind of thing. So anyway, is lending sustainable? Our lending program is sustainable. We also make a profit off the lending due to the USD to LEC exchange for increasing the value. Right. What makes Lendera different from any other coin? The first thing that makes Lendera different is the token category. Lendera is in the lending platform category. No other category provides more explosive exponential returns than the lending platform category, which puts Lendera in the top 7% of the nearly 1,400 tokens currently available for potential rate of return. All right, I wish they would explain where that come from, where the 7% on what? The second factor is scarcity. Okay, Bitcoin has a circulating supply of approximately 16 million tokens. Lendera tokens are exponentially scarce with 8 million. Okay, so that's a new piece of information. So they're going to only have 8 million coins. So that's a very low supply. So that's good. That's good and interesting. Usually, a low supply means higher prices because the coins are harder to get. Lending and staking activities of investors pull massive amounts of tokens off the free market, making the actual circulation uber scarce, which is true. And you have, so that is a good recipe for the prices to jump. So that's a good point. So how does the tokens work? Many new investors are uncomfortable with the modern age of digital assets. All right, so that's just some explanations here. So we're just going to continue. So they do think that the price will start at between 4 and 5 on the Ethereum exchange. So then what is an ICO? Okay, objectives. So distribution rounds during the ICO will be continuous. Token price will be adjusted to match current values. The ICO token distribution will take place in 5 rounds. So once one round is finished, it will automatically move to the next round. Okay. So there's going to be 8 million altogether, and this is the different rounds, I guess. So exclusive round for promoting team or Lendera as part of our appreciation for their effort. First round is 85 cents, 160,000 tokens. So we're going to start the round 2 as we saw. So the price will be 90 cents, and there are going to be a million available. Round 3, 95 cents, slightly higher amount available, 1.2 million. Round 4, a dollar for 1.4 million. Round 5, 1.05, 1.6 million. So 5 cents increments. Okay, the price, it's a little bit on the high side for the tokens, but I mean it's not normal. That's usually what the coins say are sold these days. What is the Waves exchange? Okay, so they're going to use the Waves token system. Waves is the decentralized exchange that provides a platform for storing, trading, managing, and issuing your digital assets. So I will invite you to read this to understand more what it's about. Lendera is an hybrid coin, so there's a point of stake, a proof of stake, and proof of work. Staking is an efficient way to mint new coins using the desktop wallet. A 15% annual bonus. So it's not a huge amount, not a lot of gains to be had here for staking, and you have to have your tokens in the wallet for 30 days. That's a long time. All right, so basically what it means is that so you buy the LEC tokens, you put them in your offline wallet, Windows or Mac wallet, and you just let them sit there for 30 days before they start earning, before they start staking. And it's only 15% annual too, so it's not a huge amount you're going to get on a monthly basis. So yeah, so but at least they offer that, so that's another income solution. And you can also so through the proof of work, you can also mine the coin. You have the equipment to do so. And here are the coin specifications. So Lendera LEC block time is 2 minutes. 8 decimals block size, the type of algorithm they uses. The reward is 4 coins. So they're gonna pre-mine 8 million, so that way they can give payout, bonus, like the refer bonus, for example, and things like that. Maximum supply 16 million coins, and block halving, so it splits every million block. And they're gonna use the Waves token. So the Waves token is like the RC20 platform. It's just a different way of doing things. You got the identifier here. All right, next here, what is this? The maximum supply. So this is the all the rewards. So how much? So this is more technical stuff for people that mine and things like that. Mining. Arbitrage, so we saw that already. Pump and dump, oh, there you go, pump and dump, positive manipulation. The daily interest payments are calculated based on the amount of USD invested. 126, so 26 up to 42%. Okay, there you go. So 42%, it's not the highest as far as the interest you can earn on a monthly basis out of this platform. It's not the smallest, the lowest either, so it's actually on the higher side, 42%. Once the investors get created, so nothing unusual here. A goal of $451. Right, and then okay. So we're going to start the controlled lending appreciation on April 1st. At the market price. If it was above $2 and if it was below $2, we are going to appreciate ELC for $2 and start increase that appreciation with 1.5 on daily basis for 365 days. So that's how these prices come about. So they increase the price basically 1.5 every day. And then okay, so we set our plan to execute an airdrop within a few months. So they are airdropping 100 Lendera dollars for each LEC lent to our lending platform for more than 45 days. So the dollar land is a unique cryptocurrency. Oh, okay. So it's not a US dollar, so it's kind of reminds me of extra coin gold, where the gold token was valued at $30. In this case here, each basically their token here is valued at $1. So it's centralized, which means it's pegged to USD and LEC together as follows. So we guarantee a lending value of $1 for each Lendera dollar that will be lent to our platform. So yeah, so in my previous example, so that's exactly it. So it's for each LEC token that you use for a loan, you'll get 100 tokens. So if you have paid $2 each, so 50 tokens, basically you would be getting 5,000 of these tokens, which would be worth then $5,000. You could start a loan for $5,000, so 45 days. So in June, after this started. Referral commissions, so okay, so they have all this here, and then references. All right, so that's all there is to it. So I'm just going to go back and I'm just going to log in. And so like I said, I only created an account, so I didn't really look at anything in there. Man, I don't really like the not too crazy at all with this interface. The colors are really not that great. Let's see, logging into the platform. Yeah, still the same type of layout. While the last week we seen a large, there's a message here when you log in. So I'll see a round 2 date are set for January 23rd. All right, so that's just a message. So there you go, folks. So this is what the dashboard looks like. It's pretty bland. There's really nothing to it. So let's take a look. Coming soon, exchange coming soon, referrals, support, settings, FAQs. So all right, so that's all there is. Very good. So that's all there is to this. So they gonna have here, so they BTC, Ethereum, LTC balance. So that means you can send funds. Can you use these balances here? Let's see. I go to the wallet, deposit, withdraw. Withdrawals are not allowed till the end of the ICO. All right, so that they're doing what all the other platforms did, which is not allow withdrawals. So generate BTC, Ethereum. All right, so you have the option to use Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Litecoin. So that's good. That's actually not bad at all. And for the withdrawals, you also have the same option. But as you just saw in that window, you cannot withdraw until the ICO is over. So these 3 options are available. All right, so that's pretty good. Okay, so so this is what the site offers. So just a couple things here that I think are worth mentioning, you know, for your information, and that's my opinion. First of all, it just doesn't look like there's a lot of work put into this site. I mean, the website looks pretty plain, simple. It kind of looks like it was just a template that was bought, and it was just a person, you know, updated to put in whatever they wanted to put down. So that's one thing that I noticed here. Next is the landing appreciation chart. For me, this is an issue because from what I'm seeing so far, and you know, correct me if I'm wrong, of all, I mean, we're no longer in virgin territory as far as landing platforms are concerned. We are several months into them. I mean, the earliest landing platforms, they started there, you know, earlier in September. So we're way over 6 months dealing with landing platforms. And one thing I've noticed, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, is as far as landing is concerned, up until now, I don't know of any platform, except perhaps BitConnect, But even then, I think it was on the limit. I haven't seen any platforms pay out any capital releases from the loans. And the fact that they say here that, you know, in April of 2019 they're going to pay $451 for the token for loans, that's just a, you know, that's just a something that doesn't jive, doesn't agree with me. Also the fact that, you know, that the prices increase, so you know, in less than 6 months, so $19.12. There's not a lot of lending platforms out there that where the price is actually anywhere near these values. The only one that got there was, besides Daver, of course. Daver is a special case, but anyway, it was Extracoin. But as we know, Extracoin right now is not paying out, so I think they turn into scam at this point. I'm not sure what they're doing by not allowing people to withdraw, and this goes on already for a few weeks now. So to me, it's a scam platform right now. So and they were basically the only ones. Regal, that was the other one that where the price of the coin went up above, you know, the $20-30 range, and Regal is basically pretty much done, disappeared out of the radar. But what I'm saying is there was the loans, basically lending platforms, they don't live long enough to get to the capital release time, especially this one, which is 260 days. The lowest is 100. It's actually 135 days. So I am going to say that I would expect this platform, if it actually works, you know, out of the gate, it's probably not going to be around 435 days. So 135 days is probably the time that I would imagine that they would live up to, because after 185 days they have to pay out the capital releases. And so if you're buying the token now at 85 cents and then you're going to put it on a loan for $2, so that means that in, let's say, 260 days they're going to have to pay the amount of US of the token. So the token really has to appreciate quite a bit to be able for them to be able to pay out. The other thing is that I'm seeing here that it's a little bit concerning is this airdrop. It's way too generous. And looking at what happened to Extracoin, this is not a good thing in my opinion, because Extracoin, the platform was working all right up until they had their basically airdrop of their gold token. And they realized, basically, I'm thinking suddenly they had all this capital that they had to pay, and that's where basically it all went downhill. So no payouts, so they locked up basically the platform. You can't take any money out, and their gold token is only worth $30. Here they're proposing $100 in 45 days of your money being there. So this is another red flag for me. So I would be very wary of putting any funds into this platform at this time, because these two elements here, and the fact that this website doesn't seem to have got a lot of work into it, so it just kind of gives me bad vibes that they're just basically, this is not going to work out in the long run. I mean, they might be around for a short while, and you'll be able to perhaps get in and get out, and with some money. But I don't know. I'll leave that to you. Just wanted to mention these 2 points from my experience. These prices here are way too generous, and I haven't seen the lending platforms last this long. Especially, and none of these platforms offering these kind of prices. As I said, Daver is the only one right now that's still working, but who knows for how long. And then the airdrop, that's way too generous. And if they actually get there and they have to pay out this much money, I don't think this platform would be able to survive that. So there you go, folks. So I just do 2 things to consider. You do what you want to do, so that's up to you, but that's my opinion. So I just wanted to bring this up, and so that's my review of this platform, Lendera. So if you have any questions, concerns, or comments, leave them in the comment section. I will try to answer them. And as usual, please subscribe to my channel and press the thumbs up if you like my videos. And that's all I have. Peace out.